I mean, now we're doing this, and hopefully people will help. I know that Berksala and Nintendo and Scandinavia is interested in seeing what we got going on, and hopefully they will jump in on season 2, or maybe, I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. But the blue team and
back on a popular stage.
yeah. Zenigata is the blue team, and Pingvinerne is the yellow, and we are right back here. Let's go down and see how they do to begin with here. Fire away.
Yeah, it looks like it's a very strong team we have here. Pingvinerne got steamrolled really quickly in the middle, and the Splatoon's already counting down really efficiently.
Yeah, it's a very, very good start for them. Zenigata is Marcus, Irana, Scaffi, and Renner. And Marcus BB, I think I can find him in a few seconds here from the overview. That is the team captain. We have him right here.
Notice how the team was very quick to take control of the platform on Pingvinerne's side to ensure they have no easy access to the actual zone.
Exactly, and as we talked about when we played this in the last match, it's really about the splat zone. Get the zone and then get very, very up in the face on your opponents, because that is how you actually put some pressure on them.
These are the guys who are the favorites to take the tournament this time around, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, definitely. Let's see.
So even if you're a player on one of the opposite teams here, there's a lot to learn just from watching a match here, seeing how they move and seeing how they effectively they take control of the stage with their ink on the opposite side of their own.
Yeah, I totally agree. And also you can see here that Shirana got it going on pretty well in the beginning, and it's not because it's bad players on Pingvinerne. They can actually get back, no doubt about it, but that is the whole thing I love about this game, that it is so much of a team game. Individuals, they can do damage, definitely, yeah. But a well-organized team is the best thing you can get. I know people are like, it doesn't need voice chat and all that. Excuse me, but F that. Of course a game like this needs voice chat. It has to, because if you, I know, right now I know that maybe my old pal Dragonuto will lean back in his chair and be like, nah, you don't, because you have won several tournaments together with 4D, together with Dude and some others, and they have even been in tournaments where they for fun played without voice chat at all, and still got between the 4 best teams. So it's not 100% necessary, but for most people, it is. It is, you know, if you only do it for 1 or 2 tournaments, it's cool enough, and you can always, fall back on your skill set. But
I highly recommend Discord on your phone. It's quite effective, even though it's not optimal. It is probably the most effective way to communicate in this game.
Definitely, I agree 100%. So, but let's see if they're getting ready.
It's gonna be interesting to see how these players move when playing Clan Blitz on Starfish main stage.
Exactly. And also let me make this clear, as I said it before, but if you're new in here, this is the first season. If people are interested, we will make more seasons. We can make standalone tournaments. It doesn't, if people want it, we will make it. But I'm not sure yet if we'll make open tournaments where everybody from all over the world can get in, because right now my passion and the reason we made this is that we want to promote this in the Nordic region, because it's a very anti-Nintendo region, and we want to show. But
at least it's not. It doesn't have as much. Yeah. Anti is probably a good word.
So that is why I wanted to showcase that this can be fun. It can be fun to play. It can be fun to watch, and I hope some of you who's watching this, who's not into competitive Splatoon, go out, get a team, make a team. I know in the beginning you will see that you will get your ass whooped time after time. I've tried that with Splatoon a lot of times. I've lost, I'm really frustrated, but you keep learning, you keep getting better, and that's the fun part, when you together as a team come together and actually do good. So get out there, get in practice, and let's get into this game, because Renna is right here. She's got 8. Yep, they broke the barrier, and they scoring some good points right there. Oh,
it's clear. It's clear to see that it's a very strong team.
It's a very
generally
strong
they
team,
seem to win every exchange they get into here. They are also playing two slushers, the tri-slusher, which is generally known as one of the more powerful weapons of the game.
I would say hated weapons, but it's not fair because it's not so overpowered as people tell us.
Generally because it's very powerful.
It is powerful, but I still say I've killed
it plays in a certain way, so if your mind doesn't work together with a bucket, then
a small
it can
detail
be hard
I actually think we forgot to tell about.
That other people might.
A little thing here. When your barrier is going up again, if the opponents have attacked and scored against you, as soon as the barrier goes up again, there will actually come out a football, so you can make a attack at once. So you can try to gain some of what you lost back. But look at here, there's no doubt about it. They're very, very hardcore right now. Scarvy is doing well.
And notice how
Marcus doing well. Yeah. They're having a hard time. They have a very difficult time.
Pingvinerne need to have one player get the clams and not be alone once the 10 clams have been collected.
Definitely, yeah.
Here we see it again.
Scarfy is
a
doing a lot
rogue
of
player
damage.
being picked off, another rogue player being picked off. The lone wolf strategy is not paying off for the Pingvinerne.
No, definitely not. You can do it, but then you need people who is very extremely skilled. The reason that
extremely skilled and with a powerful internet connection as well.
And it's not all players who can actually manage that. I think they will reach it now. No, they didn't. Okay, down to 9. But they still got something going on for them. Duration was shut down. Mart is still up. Rena, yeah, it's a game. There was not much they could do to push back here. I gotta say, a pretty clear win. I don't know how it will go in the rest of these rounds, but we all can agree that Zenigata is off to a pretty damn good start, and they're doing well. But you can see on the score here that
they're going to be a tough team to beat, that's for sure.
They're going to be a tough team to beat, and it's going to be fun to follow them and see if they can progress even further throughout the tournament. How? I forgot something here.
Yeah. Let's see how Pingvinerne does.
It's actually 2-0 now.
Next.
So let's get this in here and see. You can talk about the next stage we're going to play while I actually
It's going to be Snapper Canal with tower control. It's going to be interesting to see how Pingvinerne fare here. If they can stand their ground against this very powerful Finnish team.
And just to clear, this is not the Finnish team. This is half from Sweden, half from Norway. No.
Oh, sorry.
C-Sharp, who played earlier today, was the Finnish team, just to make it sure.
Oh, there we go.
So, let's have a look at that. Let's see, they'll soon be ready. They are probably talking tactics right now. Pingvinerne is all ready. But if you want to get into a competitive Splatoon, I'll make sure to share a very, very good video with you. I will do that on our Twitter channel, I think. Latest also on our Facebook channel. It is another Splatoon TV station who has made it, but it's actually very good. It explains how you get into competitive Splatoon 2, the easiest way to do it. And I think people should do it. I know that, and now I might be dissing you, Thomas, and some of the Smash players. I love a lot of the Smash players, but they have also created a community that is so tight-knit that people often see them as being arrogant or that they don't care about the rest of the Nintendo fan community. And in some areas, I think that when people talk about competitive gaming, they think about that on Nintendo's consoles. So it has like a bad reputation. I'm not going to play with those competitive players because they're all assholes or arrogant or anything. But I don't feel that's the case, actually. So
no, generally not. There's a lot of inside jokes on that part of the world, and I think that generally can seem very alienating when you're coming in as a new player.
But let's have a look here. See how they're doing. Let's see if they can actually get back into the green team. Here's Pingvinerne. Let's see if they can get there using.
Interesting move by Shireen here.
Yeah.
Getting moving behind and then up on a tall point. But Pingvinerne has the tower right now, so that's a good move. But if you don't have your team on the map, that's what we talked about. the most important thing is not dying, not killing the other team. It's not dying. Because once you're alone on the map, if the other team have more people than you,
if you can get a clear kill, by any means do it. But some people are hunting for kills, and it's like, yay, then I can brag. I mean, I've said this a lot of times before, and I really mean it. That I hear players be like, we lost, but I was carrying my team. I made 22 kills. Yes, but you did not play the objective, you ass. So, I mean, are you really better than the players who only got 10 kills or 8 kills? No, you're not. But let's see here if we are going for the kill in the beginning here. They're pushing the tower very much forward. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit one-sided still. But let's hope Pingvinerne gets it together before the end here.
If there's anything
it's
they
gonna
can
be
do,
a
then it's from up
hard
here.
wall to push through.
I think it's kind of easy to defend this one here, up here, but they're having it's a knockout. It's a knockout, definitely. So that was 3-0. I think they're trying, but they gotta get back into the studio. They need to use this coming week. They're not out of this yet. Excuse me. They still have the chance, but they need to go back to the board and be like, okay, we need to practice some more. Because one thing you can also see on the skill levels here, a lot of the other teams is S+. And I can say that, honestly, it's not to, it's not to down-talk anybody, but it's important that you also build up your own skills. It's very important, because one thing is you play as a team, but we had the same problem when I was playing for Splatterholics when we started out. Often we were like, oh, but we think we are playing well together, but we didn't have the individual skills either to back it up.
Yeah, you need to know what it feels like to play at S-rank level.
Exactly.
How tough and close the matches can be sometimes.
So we spent a lot of, I think it was November, December, like not practicing a lot, but be like, everybody needs to get up at S+. We need to get up there. We need to feel how it is to play on that level. And then we started to play more together, and you could feel that it made a difference for the whole team. Because when you play as a team, the good thing is you can rely on your team. The bad thing is you can rely on your team. So sometimes you may be too relaxed because, okay, my team members is right behind me. But sometimes you need to take care of business yourself. And that is why it's also important to build up your own skills.
Indeed. Talking about that, I see a question on Reddit on, I'm a lone player. I don't have a team. Is there any way I can get involved when it comes to the Nordic community?
Definitely, yes. We have Splatoon groups in Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. I haven't found anyone from Iceland yet. Maybe it's because I do not speak their language. So I don't know exactly what to search for on Facebook and other places. But if you are from Iceland, if you know players from Iceland, please introduce us to them. But go in there, because there are Splatoon groups in all these countries on Facebook. Go in on Twitter, add the people that you see here. Go in on Freezing Squids League. Add us, everybody in there. See who we follow. See who follows us. Add some of the players. And in that way,
and this is on Facebook, correct?
The
groups are found on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, let's get in here, see if they can get back it. It's Rainmaker. It's on Port Macro.
That was in tune.
But let's see what Marcus will do here. Will he take it easy now that he knows that they're up with 3 points? It takes it easy.
Interesting to see how they are not moving straight for the middle, but making sure they have their ground covered, ready to defend any push the Penguins might do.
Exactly. We talked about. Oh, that was a double kill right there. I got a lot of that.
That was what all they needed, and now they let's see if they can just move ahead. They have an easy way to just move into the Penguin space, as there's not a lot of green ink going around here.
Yeah, let's have a look at it from above. You can see here that they have covered a lot of the ground. It makes it easier for them to actually move fast. So let's go down here and see. Oh, he's jumping back. Is it a missile? No, it's a Stingray.
Look how they're not even... They don't seem to be in a hurry to push the Rainmaker in up front. They just need to push it a little bit closer every time it goes down.
And see the tactic. We have seen a couple of people use that that the squid jump back to their starting position before they use center missiles.
That was close to being the game. 3 points closer, and they would have knocked out the Penguins.
So sorry, I was sorry about that. Trying up here, I was focusing on a different player. I need to get up here where we can see more from above. Sorry about that, guys and girls. Shit happens. So I'm glad you actually told me, Thomas. I couldn't see this from where I was right there, because I tried to give them a view of the 30 fights down there.
The Penguins are doing the same mistake we had in the previous match with what were they called, the Splat Pack, where the one with the Rainmaker moves very quickly in front and gets shot down very easily.
That was very, very well played by Renna. She jumped up here on the big swamp and then...
And not even that. There was a stingray on each side of her shooting towards the opponent's team, forcing them to move away.
That is very well played. Oh, she's going
for the knockout now. Is it a knockout now?
It could be a knockout, yeah.
Very well be. They have the and here we
go. And
that's
a knockout. Very well played.
Very well
that
played.
That is 4 points to Zenigata and 0 to Pingvinerne. They need to come up with some kind of master plan if they want to do this. But remember that each round you win gives your team points. So it's very important to not just go like, we lost the first 4, now we're just gonna lay down flat and let them take over. No. You need to fight for those points. It's important you do that for your team. If they can come up and maybe lose 5-3, it's still 3 points that will actually help them in the long run.
It can make the difference between another team having a very lot of bad streaks, but them still trying to fight for it and getting just a few more points than you in the final rankings. Definitely.
Exactly. Let's see here. We are down to Splat Zones again. Humpback Pump Track. We talked about that before in the last game. Still like it, still love it, especially in Splat Zones. I think it's just...
it's not a beautiful stage, but a great stage.
I agree with you. It's not a beautiful stage, and you don't get those fine-tuned battles. It's very chaotic, and I freaking love it. But let's see when they are ready, and we will just grab this small trailer while we wait for them to get in here. Ta-da! We try to make it look good, okay? We're not professional, we're just passionate fans who try to make this work. It's a Danish one, Pingvinerne, someone asked. Pingvinerne is 3 Danish players and a player from Sweden. So right now at least. So yeah. That is correct. And earlier today, Splatterholics, the other Danish team, won. Over the Splat Pack. C-Sharp also won their game, and so sorry, I have to look up the name because I have a lot of names going on and a lot of stuff to remember. But let's get into the game here because they are ready to begin. The purple team, that is Zenigata, while the yellow team is...
And we can see they've got a 4K sniper on the team, my personal favorite. Let's see how it goes.
Vega Hyro and Rosiro trying to take over the middle here. They can't really get the control.
And you have Renna on the flank trying to... ensuring that there's no shenanigans going on with their flanks.
Exactly.
And then moving to the middle. I think it's important here to keep moving on the middle, and especially on this stage, keep moving, keep spreading your team sync, and circle the middle, ensuring that your team doesn't lose the grip on the middle.
Yeah, and make sure that you are also trying to collect the team if you're that much under pressure. You can see it's counted down 40, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I love
2. It's going. This is going fast, so you need to do something to make a fort where you actually place a team.
Especially when we just saw that cloud go up.
You can take...
It was quickly countered by another cloud, but use the cloud to do a push and have your team ready to push once that cloud goes up. Otherwise, it's essentially just wasted.
It all comes down to communication, and that was a wrap. That was a pretty clear win,
quick game,
to be honest.
Very quick game.
Very, very good play from the team. I have no doubt that they have tried this a lot of times before, and I do like what Marcus Range, Garth, and Renner are doing here. They're keeping ground control. It doesn't mean that Pingvinerne has bad players, but it really is a matter of talking together, using Discord, communicating, making sure your team is up for it. It's
playing the game as it's meant to be played by spreading your ink all over the stage.
And I can say that I have been playing against Pingvinerne, and what you see here is not a case of people not knowing how to play the game at all. I've had some good infight with especially Sirana, Rachel, and I know they have good players, but they need to play as a team. If you don't do that, you're getting slaughtered. That is simple as it is.
Yeah, that indeed. Now we're going back to Clan Blitz on Moray Towers.
Oh yes. They
very
will
different
hate me for
mode,
this one.
a very different kind of stage.
Mm-hmm. So, but it could be fun to hear now that we have your people out here who are probably also playing this game. Do you like Moray Towers? Do you actually enjoy playing it? Because I like it. No. The viewers. I don't care about you, Thomas. I know you have a warm mind.
Don't like that stage at all. No one likes it. I have the numbers to back it up.
Yeah, you have the numbers, but I'm probably the only person in the whole wide world who think this is actually a fun stage to play.
No, I think it's an important stage to be in there in the game, just to show just how much better the other stages are.
Okay, I gotta agree with that.
But let's see. It's other way. It makes for interesting matches, and I actually don't hate it that much. Get me a sniper, and I'll play the stage any day.
yeah, you like to play the sniper. I know. Sniping bastard.
Standing on the ledge and seeing someone trying to be smart and hearing a little and feels really, really nice.
I mean, the whole problem with snipers to me is that I love having a good sniper on my team. I hate having a good sniper on the opposite team. So I hate them, but I still love them.
Well, let's see. Here we go. Clan Blitz.
Let's go to Clan Blitz.
Moray Towers.
Collect 10 clans.
Interesting to see how both teams move on the stage here and how they open up.
Exactly. And just to make sure everybody knows, you have to collect 10 of these clams laying around. Then you have to go to the other opposite team's barrier and bring it down. You do that if you have collected 10 clams. It becomes an American football. You have to throw it in. You break down the barrier, and from there on you can score. The first time you throw it up and break the barrier is 20 points, and then there will start a timeout. And when that, as soon as you get more clams thrown up there, they will give you 3 points each. Let's see if that is what they're doing right here. Oh, he's trying to collect. There he go. Break the barrier.
That's the first one.
That's the first one. Then
and there's
65. You can see the team is
scoring
ready.
Points with smaller clams. And defending, making sure that the penguins cannot get close to their goal. And there's a second one in. This one is pretty one-sided. The penguins need to attack together and not individually as they're doing here.
I know that
I think that's really their biggest weakness right now.
Yeah, you can also say Clan Blitz is not part of most tournaments and leagues yet because it's so new. I wanted to bring it into Freezing Squids League. Yeah, it's a wrap. It was pretty one-sided. Yeah.
Generally, is it in Japan you include turf war in these sorts of leagues, don't you?
That is correct. You usually do that. That is not used in the West at all. People don't like it at all. I kind of know where they're coming from because normally turf war is not that exciting because it's always decided within the last 30 seconds. I still think there's some tactic to it, but Oh, but as you can see, Zenigata has 6, Pingvinerne has 0, and we have 2 games left here. today to see how the score will be. So for now, from Pingvinerne, they can't win this one, but they can very, very well score a few points, and that is something that can be important later on. I mean, 2 other teams have lost 8-0. I mean, if they just score 1 point, they are doing better than these 2 teams so far. So you need to collect all the points you can get at all. I think that's very, very important. So tower control on Macromart is coming up as soon as they are ready. We are ready from here. I hope you guys are ready.
I'm ready, definitely. But let's see. There's a lot of planning going on our winning team here. Maybe that's their secret to the success. While the Penguins seem to just be pressing A really quickly. I wonder if they're on any sort of software like Discord or TeamSpeak from the Penguins, because their Bravo team in this case is definitely on there.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to sit here and judge and see what they're doing, but nonetheless, they still have 2 chances to score a point. And let's see what the chat says here. The tension is fucking real. Yeah, I know, we know who will win this, but I'm always the underdog guy, okay? I hope that they can go out and improve their game here. So, but let me get straight into it here.
Notice how the weapon change also happens in between each match on the winning team here. They seem to be matching their weapon choice to the mode they're playing and the stage they're playing on, I'm supposing.
Start here, they are pushing the tower already. Sharan, Marcus. Look, they have, it's very unusual to have 3 people on the tower actually. You usually don't want to do really that.
To be pretty confident right now.
Yeah, they're almost kind of cocky actually. But they're going down, it's very, very, they're going to the next checkpoint. It will stand there, you can see 3, 2, 1,
the whole
0.
Map, half of the map is green, but it's the purple teams. Half that's green. That's a big problem.
And you can see right now
they're going to knock out here.
They need to get some bombs up here. You can see the score.
That's the thing. A well-placed grenade, that tower would have been gone, but that's game.
Yeah, it's a wrap. That there was no doubt about who would win this. But nonetheless, they have to keep fighting. They have to believe in it, because if you don't believe, I know it's hard. I know if you're down like this, it hurts. It hurts your pride more than anything else. I've been there. I've got my fair share of butts kicked, or whatever you want to call it.
When you enter, that's some good advice for any player looking, or any team looking to get into competitive play. Don't expect to get any wins in your first tournament, especially. Take it all as a learning experience. It's a completely different environment once everyone is taking it very seriously, and it's not just random matches played online. I think that's something I can take away from my time in the Smash Bros communities and the tournaments I've been at and I've hosted and so on.
Exactly.
It's a good one to remember. Always just keep your head cool and keep playing and keep learning.
Last year I had a time where I played with some people called themselves supercarders, and that was fun. We were like, yeah, we could have Splatoon, and we were joining the ESL tournaments. They played a weekly Go for Splatoon tournament sponsored by Nintendo, and we were like, yeah, we could do that. And we were we were demolished, to be honest. We had no clue what we were doing. We didn't really use voice chat that much. We had one player who didn't really like using voice chat, and we got demolished. And we were like, whoa, what was happening? All of us had played plenty of Splatoon 1 and 2, and we were like, yeah, not 2, it hadn't come out at that time. But we felt that we were experienced players. But it's just a totally different ball game whenever you come out here. But let's have a look at the last mode and the last stage here. Let me bring it up here. It's Rainmaker on Black Valley Skater Park. My most hated stage at all.
You mean everyone's favorite stage, right?
No, that's not what I meant. No,
okay.
No.
Rainmaker at least is, it's Rainmaker. Let's see how they fare. The game's starting now. Good luck to the Penguins.
Good luck to the Penguins, and also...
I guess we should say thank you to anyone watching. Or is that too early?
Yeah, maybe too, I don't know. But I want to give it up to Zenigata no matter what. They've played one hell of a game. I'm very impressed by what Marcus have done with the team. Let's go in and see if they can do it very quickly. You see here. Let's look.
Getting straight in
there.
there.
Look what Rena is doing here. She's going all the way around. She's attacking from behind. It's gonna hurt.
They're very confident, I think, that they're gonna get
this
Rainmaker.
But look at that.
It might backfire. Oh, that's the thing with Rainmaker, right? Like, it could change. One mistake and one player getting through the net, and suddenly they have a knockout.
They have the skills and the players to do it. Let's go down and see here how they do.
Yeah, this might have been their one chance for the Penguins, and I think they blew it by going solo.
Yeah, it seemed like they were almost getting a little too cocky in the beginning. Anyway. But they're down here, so let's have a look.
They are ahead now, so if they can defend and make sure that doesn't move any further, that's too late.
But it's a very, very difficult one to defend. I mean, you don't have to move north. I mean,
definitely.
They are...
Here we go. Looks like they're not even... Yeah, there's the knockout.
The camera couldn't even get there fast enough. So it's all from above. But that was quite a faster match than the last one here. That was a pretty quick knockout, to be honest. But you know what? I can only say that I think it's very, very cool of both of them teams to actually do it, because it's very easy to sit at home and be like, yeah, I could do that. I could play well. I could do this and I could do that. And I know Zenigata played really, really well, and they did get an 8-0 score. But I also have to compliment Pingvinerne. They're going at it. They know that they're not the most experienced team. I mean, I think they started was it late November or start December? And the last player only joined them a couple of weeks ago. But they have been practicing and they're trying. That's all you can do.